The views and opinions expressed by guests and or comments are those of the persons who submitted them and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcast. Any content provided by guests are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company of any individual or anyone or anything.
Let me take you to my world, yeah, baby.
Excuse me, miss, don't mean to bother you, but I just couldn't help but to notice your style and your profile, the way that you carry yourself. Unlike any other cutie with a small waist and a big booty, you got that down-earth type of class to give you that inner type beauty. No weave, no fake nails, everything on this gal original. Pretty skin, pretty smile, have a nigga hormone running wild. With a figure to have a grown ass nigga in a state of shock and mesmerized. Just walk by and say hi, there's no nigga, young nigga fantasize.
Let me take you to my world. Let me take you to my world.
Yeah.
That's your theme music, ain't it, Terry? Ain't that what
Yeah.
you
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
And let's not forget, we're not here to malign anyone or anything in any type of negative way. We're just voicing our opinions. Hold on, let me cut the comments on. We got one person up in here so far. Okay. Well, we'll wait to get some more people. How y'all week been so far?
Man, I got a long weekend.
What you mean?
Shit, I'm doing my hosting my family and friends end of the summer pool party Saturday. My parents' 56th wedding anniversary is Saturday. My dad turns 85 on Monday. So I got a lot going. Then my last day of work is I work all day tomorrow and I work a half day Thursday, and then I'm done there. And then I'll be on vacation for 10 days. So I got a bunch of stuff going on. Then my grandkids playing volleyball and soccer for their new private school. So I'm trying to maneuver and go to their games. I'm just doing everything. So
I like the sound of 10 vacation days. I'll take that.
Yeah, because they was talking about, well, Terry, you can work you 2 weeks and we'll still pay you for the days. I said, well, I don't believe you.
Oh, come on, Terry.
Shit. I'm telling you how them folks at the job talking about, I don't believe you. I'll just take my vacation days, and I put my vacation in one day before I turn my resignation in to make sure it got approved. So sometimes you got to beat people at the game. So
you were cutting it close, bro.
Yeah, I was cutting it close, but like I said, thank God I have 10 days off after Thursday. Then my coworkers want to take me out for drinks Friday evening. So I got a lot going on, but I'm grateful. So it is what it is.
Hey, big ups to your parents, man. 56. I'm 55 years old. They've been married longer than I've been living on the earth.
Yep, I'm 57. They got married. Let's see. I was born. Martin Luther King was killed April the 4th, 1968. I was born Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 1968. So my mom used to tell me how crazy it was on the last month of pregnancy with me, with all that stuff going on. And so, it's
right.
Yeah. So 56 years, man. You don't get that often, man. And my dad, he's about sort of like me. He's about as romantic as a rock. And he called me today and said, Terry, I need you to do me a favor. And he don't know nothing about no social media. I need you to Saturday when we come over your house, post it on intro. I said, huh? I need you to post, what your mama be on, the intro. I said, man, what are you talking about? When folks can see it. I said, Dad, I'll post it. I said, but it's the internet. I said, it's social media. He 85 years old to my posted on intro. I need you to post it on intro.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, Dad, I will put something out there, find a picture of you and Mom, and celebrate your little 56 years. So that's about as romantic. You know how a person where they don't always tell you they love you, but you know they love you. He one of those type of people that he shows you. You know, he wasn't raised up with a father in his household, so he never heard the words, I love you much from a man's point of view. So that was his way of being romantic. So I took that and I said, okay.
So that's where you get it from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I ain't romantic. My wife know I ain't romantic. I can get busy, but
That ain't romantic.
I ain't romantic. No, it ain't. But just like you said last week, you said you just want what?
Oh, that's
You don't
all
want no
you want?
man. What you want? What you want? Last
That's
week?
all you want?
No.
That's all.
I'm asking you what you said last week.
That has no correlation to what we're talking about. That
Yes,
makes no
yes,
sense.
it is. Yeah.
What? Tell me. Please explain to me how.
No, we ain't on that top. What's the topic of the day?
Yeah,
Sean?
that's what I thought.
Topic of the day. First off, for those who are in here already, welcome to Matters of the Heart. I am your host, D. Early. I am joined by Show Nuff,
Hey, y'all.
and down below, bringing up the rear, world famous T. Will.
I can bring up the rear. I can do that.
It's
It's Matters of the Heart, ain't it?
Yeah, well, it is.
Yeah,
Matters of the Heart.
yeah. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Clutchers. Happy Tuesday.
The topic for today is toxic relationships. And I'm sure at some point we all have been in one. We shouldn't be in none now at the age that we're at, but I'm sure it might be still some people who, for whatever reason, don't give them up. But not just I didn't want to I didn't want it to just be okay, cheating husband or cheating wife or other thing. I'm looking at other aspects, but we're gonna talk about that too. But I wanted to look at some other aspects. So the first one, I'm finna play a clip. Play a clip, and I want y'all to listen closely. Listen real closely to this young woman, and y'all will put the toxicity together with it. But just check this out right quick.
Your own people, dude. My 16-year-old just found out that his dad isn't his real dad anymore because of my bitter sister. She claims it's for his own good, but in what way is that for his own good? When I found out I was pregnant with my son, I made the logical choice to pick the father that made the most money. His real dad was working at McDonald's for like $8.25 an hour. I don't want that as a man. He was just one of my and that was that. And I got pregnant, and so I picked the richer dad. And although the richer dad didn't take care of him and hasn't been around, he does pay child support, and he pays a lot, and it pays for a majority of my rent. Well, my sister never liked that, and I finally let her have my son thinking I could trust the bitch. And she tells my son and confides in him that his dad isn't his real dad. And now he went and found his real dad behind my back with my sister, and they are all trying to fight and get my son taken away from me. My son doesn't want to live in my house. We haven't talked in 3 days. I think it's the most miserable thing a person can ever do is ruin some like that. I picked the right choice. Now who's going to pay my bills now? Because now they also told that the guy that's been on child support all these years, and he's trying to come after me and sue me for all the money he's been paying. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, which one of y'all want to comment on that first?
That's got to be rage bait. That can't be true.
No, that's AI, man. That ain't true.
No, it ain't AI, but I believe she just made it up
I
because
believe
she
it's
knew they
AI.
was gonna be talking up under there. But let's talk about it.
Y'all don't think women do that?
Yeah, but I'm saying for her, the way she was telling it, I can kind of tell that didn't really happen to her.
Yeah,
that's they do it all.
They do it, but her story was just too much.
They do it. They do it.
There's so many different things in that story that I'm hoping it was clickbait or something, because that was terrible on so many levels.
I mean, but
we're gonna discuss it though. Let's discuss this thing, please.
Well, okay. My thing on that is, as disgusting as it is, uh, as disgusting as it is, and as Janella chimed in saying that's wrong on so many levels. It happens. Okay.
Definitely happens.
Let's let's break it down. Let's break it all the way down. The one thing that she threw me off when she said the one that worked at McDonald's, that was just one of her hoes. He make $8.25. He just somebody she messing with. She then she said, I picked the right one. Now in her mind, you can't. I don't see how it sound fake at all. It sound real to me. It sound like she's saying, I was messing with multiple men. I got pregnant, and out of the men I was dealing with, I chose to put it on the one that make the most money. And even though he didn't want to be part of the child's life, he paid child support.
That was just the first part of her story, though. It ain't the part that you singling out. It's the continuation of the story and everything from the man talking about, oh, well, I picked him, but he ended up not doing anything, but was paying for child support. Then we went over there to my sister, gave her the kid, and then said that she was going to do this, but she went behind my back with the child. They went and found the real father. Man, that's just too much. That stuff ain't.
That don't sound unrealistic at all.
To you.
That happen all the time.
She got too much stuff going on.
I don't see what's unrealistic about that. The sister had a
story
conscience.
is true. The story is so true.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Yes.
The sister had a conscience, and the sister just decided, hey, this young boy needs to know who his real father is.
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't believe it.
I just don't see what's unbelievable about
Right.
it.
What's unbelievable there?
Can I have my opinion? Yeah, I didn't say nothing about you. I didn't say anything about you. I didn't say anything about your opinion or what you felt. I feel like it's staged and it's too much going on with her story. That's just my opinion.
Well,
So
give
you
us
don't
facts
believe
to
this
support
happened?
Oh,
your opinion.
Well, I told you what it was. She could just ongoing. It's just her whole thing was like a run-on sentence with multiple things going on. And I just think it's clickbait. Not saying that none of those things happen in different scenarios. I'm sure it does. But I don't believe her.
But that's what we're talking about. We ain't talking about her no more. We just talking about the situation.
Well, look, you ain't finna switch it up on me.
Oh my God. Okay. Daryl, we can discuss this because that's like trying to talk to a rock.
You're right, because I don't agree with you. Right. Go ahead. You go with your opinion.
No, because you make no sense.
Okay. Well,
I don't think I'm saying is like if you had some facts, like then I could see where you're saying. You're just saying you don't believe it, but you don't have anything to support that. But your opinion is your opinion. We respect that. The second thing that was disturbing to me, which people, women, and I'm sure men do too, when they get child support, she said the child support pays the majority of my rent. Now, I'm not saying that child support is not supposed to be used for rent or whatever, and we can debate on that.
We will. Go ahead.
It's to support the child. So the one thing that took me years to get used to was not to worry about what the woman does with the money.
Right.
It's once it goes from my hand to hers, that's her responsibility to do whatever she feels or deems necessary.
Right.
But I'ma still say it's for the child. So what normally happens is, someone just brought this to my attention that a mother was saying, the money that you give me, I use that to pay my rent, so I don't have anything left to pay for shoes and clothes for the child. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
So in that scenario, I'm like, that's not your problem. If you paid your child support, you did your part, right?
Right.
So anything that you do on top of that, you doing it out the goodness of your heart or whatever the case might be.
Right.
But we know it don't always get received that way.
Mm-hmm.
We have women saying, and men too, I guess, saying, what you giving me ain't enough.
Go on.
I'm waiting on y'all to reply to what I just said.
Oh, I was the poster child of that, so I know that very well. I know that very well. The court system, they do things totally different now, but they could have paid me out to pay the cash draw at my job. They really could have. They was taking so much money from me. They was wasting money even doing the check. They was hitting me hard. They was hitting, and I'm not saying me versus nobody else, but I'm saying now they base it off of both incomes. Back then when we were going through it, or at least when I was going through it, it was just based off the man and not the woman. Now they base it off of both people's income.
Yeah, it was based off both incomes when I was doing it.
Oh yeah.
When I was going through mine, it was based off they asked both parents, what you bringing to the table, and I think it's more fair that way because at that point it don't really matter who making more or less. It's just based on the total income and the needs of the child. Who paying the insurance? Who doing this? Who doing that? So,
yeah. But it was during my time. It was the man's responsibility to take care of the insurance automatically. That was automatic. Insurance had to be paid. I mean,
it depends because if like you might not have a great insurance and the mom might have a great insurance, and they'll just say, okay, well, the mom is already providing insurance, and they might make you still pay it under, added to it. But
what they care for? Look, what they care. My baby mom was sit up there, was making me sit up there, pay with the shit insurance, and whatever the balance was, she was having to forward it to me to pay the balance. So she didn't care. As long as them kids got seen when them bills came, and they may have been sent to her by accident, or if she take them to the hospital or whatever, and they give her the bill, she give them my address, or she'll mail it over to me, and I would get that residual, whatever that balance was. So it was rough on my end.
I wanna address what Janella put up here, saying that it wasn't the sister's place. That's a hard one because I kind of agree with it, and then I disagree with the deception from the mom. And I say that because it's different if the mom don't know. But in this case, she's saying she pretty much knew. So by her knowing and then not telling the father that what the real father, I mean, stuff like that come back to haunt you years later. Say you need some kind of blood transfusion, or you need some, then you don't want to find out then that this man is not my dad, and the dad damn sure don't want to find out after 16, 17, 18 years. The dad don't want to find out later on in life that in this case, she said he was paying child support but wasn't really in the child's life, but I still don't want to pay child support for 18 years on a child that's not mine.
Yeah. But I agree with you, Janella, that the sister was it was not her place to do that. I agree with you.
So we just gonna hold that secret.
No, it ain't the fact of older. Like you said, I can understand both sides of it, but I still don't think it's the sister's place to expose that information. I don't.
I'll say
I
I'm
get what you're saying. From a man's point of view, I'm glad she did it. But I'm just saying, from a sister's point of view, I just think she probably overstepped the boundaries on that.
well. You know what? Okay. I'll agree with that. That maybe she did overstep her bounds. I think instead of her going out behind her sister's back and telling him, I think it should have been a conversation that she had with her sister and said, "Hey, you know this not right."
Yeah.
And now whatever might have happened after that, I don't know. But
Mm.
I'm always of the mindset that the child and the father should know who the real parents are.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know,
agree.
now if it's now you have other situations where it might just be a terrible person. It might be a terrible person and a person that maybe don't need to be around their child. Now in that case, okay, I can roll with that a little bit. If you s- somebody that could put the child in harm's way or something like that, then I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, for her to just be like, well, he was only making 8.25 working at McDonald's, that ain't nothing I can do with that. Which leads me to believe that everything is about her, and she didn't say nothing about the child. It was everything she said was all based around her.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes me think it's believable, because if she would have added my son this or my son that, then I would have been like, okay, but everything was about she picked the man, she made the right choice. He paid her rent, even though he don't spend time with the child, which lets you know that means she don't care too much about the child because she got him with him, dealing with a man that ain't even having anything to do with him, just paying child support. And she upset because now he's suing her to get his money back. That's why I say DNA need to be mandatory at birth. That eliminate.
I thought that it is now. I thought it was. Is it now?
They had said something about it, but I don't think anything passed or not.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, before the child got, yeah, I mean, at 16,
Mm.
at 16, I mean, come on, he almost an adult now. He's almost an adult, so this is a situation where the mom just,
Well, let me ask you a
come on.
question, and I'm asking you, if you got to the point where you was of legal age and you didn't know, would you want to say, you know what? I don't know. I don't want to know now. Do you want, or would you say, sort of out of sight, out of mind? I don't want to know now. It's been 20 some years, or so, or would you want to know after you were grown? If you
You
went
asking
21
me?
years, yeah, if you went 18, 19, 20, 21 years without knowing, and just say that this one person was your father. He treated you right, did all that type of stuff. Whatever was happening, deceptive behind the scenes, you knew nothing about. You was treated well and all that type of stuff. But then you got the sister was saying, "Hey, no, I still think you need to let him know who his real daddy was and all." What you want to know after you were grown, or what you want to say, you know?
I mean, I would want to know, and the main reason why I say that is you got to think, okay, if you don't know your real daddy side of the family, you can end up dating your cousin or sister. I mean, it's so many bad things that can come from you not knowing who your real parent is, that yeah, I would want to know. Now, in this case, they saying that, this father just paying child support and he ain't in the child's life. So that's that part, it ain't missing that daddy probably ain't gonna be no big deal. But I'm sure he would want to know, okay, m- why my dad ain't, well, we'll get to that, but yeah, I would want to know.
Fair.
I mean, I mean, even outside of that, I mean, like I said, it's medical reasons why you need to know. Like you know, you want to know your family history of medical conditions. His dad might have a heart problem or something. You need to know that because that could, roll down to you where you thinking, oh, this dad, he ain't never had no, he totally healthy, this and that. You sending out mixed signals. So yeah, I mean, I would want to know. And I wouldn't want to be in that situation that I knew, and you see your nephew or niece or whatever, and they telling you about my daddy don't never come around or whatever the case might be. I mean, how would you react to that? How would you feel if and you knew that person wasn't the person that he mad at ain't even really his real dad, and you know where his real dad is?
hmm
It's a hard situation because now it's almost like you going against family, and don't nobody want to go against family. That's why I said it just have to be one of the things where you have a conversation and be like, hey, you probably need to let him know. And some people wait till 18, the child support through coming in, and now they want to, here's the big revelation. It wasn't that you took care of somebody else's kid for 18 years.
I would tell you how low down. See, I don't mind telling my little business because we didn't have the greatest relationship, but my sons, their mom, okay, Mississippi and Tennessee is two totally different. So in the state of Tennessee, it's to the age of 18, but you get more money. If you register in the state of Mississippi, it's to the age of 21 with less money. So what she did was she stayed in Mississippi, but she kept me on Tennessee through that whole time because it was more money. So what happened was when they got 18, she runs down to the Mississippi court to try to continue it and to the age of 21. So, I was pissed because I always felt like I said, they ain't for the man. Whatever she do, they gonna allow her to do it. That judge told her, ma'am, you can't double dip like that. And that's exactly what he told her. You can't double dip like that. If you wanted to go through the state of Mississippi, you should have did that a while ago and went to the age of 21. You can't sit up there and play both systems like that and go to the age of 18 in Tennessee and then go file in Mississippi to 21. And I just thought, I said, oh Lord, that was because I was thinking that she was going to be able to do that. And she tried it.
It's resilient.
Oh yeah. I didn't have any trust in the judicial system until that situation. Because you know how you count down, say, man, I ain't got this, I ain't got this long to the 18 and this and this. Not saying that I still wouldn't do for my children, but it'll be on my terms. So, but she tried to double dip and go down there and keep it. And she had the Mercedes. So she was, and I ain't mad about that because whatever you do with, like you said, the money I give you, she took care of the boys real well. So whatever you did with the money I got, that ain't. But she tried to double dip. And if she was allowed to, she was going to do it to the age of 21. Because she first was trying to tell me before she did it, well, you got to pay them when they go to college. I said, no, that's not allowed in Tennessee, which I already knew. It's up to the parent if they want to continue with their after high school type of stuff if you want to do that. So
what you shaking your head for down there, show enough? What's up?
Because that's incorrect.
That is not incorrect. I went through the process with my kids. How you gonna tell me what's not correct? I was in the courtroom. How you gonna tell me?
It's incorrect, Terry.
That's not incorrect. I was in the courtroom when it happened.
If the child.
Okay.
What? Okay. What are you telling me? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Since you saying I'm wrong, since you telling me my situation is incorrect, go ahead.
Tell me what you think I'm saying was incorrect.
No, go ahead. What's incorrect?
Exactly.
What's incorrect?
You just say stuff. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay.
Something wrong with you.
Something wrong with you.
You got dementia or Parkinson's or something?
No. Hey, you always try to tell somebody about their story. I know my story, and you try to tell me my story. Anyway, that ain't true. It is true.
Anyway, in Tennessee, if your child is continuing on to college, there is still a responsibility until the age of 21. See, I'm just putting that part out there because that part, what he said, was incorrect.
Well, I stopped at 18. I ain't give a damn about none of that 21, whatever. I don't know if it was right or not, but at 18, that was it for me.
It's
I, I,
go.
and look, I didn't have that luxury with my girls, but with my boys, yeah, when they turned 18, it was a wrap. I had a big party. I was happy as I don't know what. All that money I was paying out. Woof, Lord Jesus, I don't even know how I was able to do it. I was paying a lot. I'm talking about a lot. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I just want to finish up with this lady, and then we come back. We'll check out another video and get y'all thoughts on that. Which this other video is similar. It's similar, but it's a little bit different. So here we go with commercial break.
Are you in need of a trusted notary to legalize your important documents? Look no further than Terry Williams Notary Services. Whether it's affidavits, real estate documents, business agreements, or binding marriage certificates, you sign it, he'll seal it. With a commission in the state of Tennessee, he provides reliable, accurate, and professional notary service. For fast, friendly, and professional service, contact Terry Williams Notary Services today. Call 901-503-0564 or email twilliams7296@gmail.com.
And I just looked up and did my research. It is not. It is absolutely not true what she's telling you. Okay.
Where your research? Show. I can show mine. There. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen.
You ain't got to share nothing. I'm finna put mine out here.
Put it up there.
Let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all a quick question. Do you let's say you paying child support. Let's say you paying child support, and then the other parent,
It's crazy.
The other parent calls and asks you, let's just say, school clothes or shoes or something to that effect. How do y'all feel about that?
Say it again.
You paying child support every month. You ain't late or none of that. Okay, school about to start, and the other parent call and ask you, hey, school about to start. Can you help me with the school supplies and school uniforms or shoes and all of that? How do y'all feel about that?
Well, I ain't got no problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I personally don't have a problem with it.
You done? That's all you wanted to say, Terry? Hello.
Go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
What is your problem? Do you need you on your period or something?
When you get through talking, Sharita, I said what I wanted to say. Dara asked me a question. I said I don't have a problem with it.
And I asked you were you done, so
I'm done. I'm done.
Man, you need to go put a tampon in or something. I don't know what the hell going on with you.
Oh, you need to go. Let me stop this because
you can click on
talking about that.
Because what you ain't gonna do is have all this animosity towards me.
Come on, Daryl.
Come on, Daryl, my ass. Click your ass off. You got a problem with me today.
Does not
wrong with you.
Require you to pay child support for a child attending college because child support obligations end at when a child turns 18 or graduates high school, whichever is last. Arraignment also is different.
And the second part says if the parents agree to it says, however, Parents can voluntarily agree to contribute to college expenses through a written contract with this within their divorce settlement or parenting plan. If the parents cannot agree, a court may order a college trust fund for affluent parents, but it's not a mandate for tuition or other living costs after emancipation.
So it
Through
don't
college.
end at 18. Like I said.
Go ahead, Darryl.
I'm trying to speak to everybody in the chat. We'll research that and pull it up and give everybody a reference on that. Because I had heard that before, so I don't know if it's true or not. I know at 18 I was done. I didn't pay after 18. And I think I was looking into whether I had to or not. Cause I'd have been like, hey, son, you know.
See, Ray said through college, if the child has a disability.
Like
I was actually, like I said, I was in the courtroom when it happened. My son's mom and them tried everything, including what I just told you about the Mississippi situation. She tried everything she possibly could to continue to get money, and the judge told her, you cannot do that. And if he said, if the kids decide to go to college, told her, Miss Bailey, that's his choice if he wants to continue to do that. And said that I would hope that if the children do go to college, that he would help out with them going to do that, but it's not mandatory for him to do so.
Okay, so
those were the exact words in the courtroom.
So back on buying extra stuff above and beyond your child support. Terry, you say you okay with it. What you think about it?
Yeah, I've done it.
I think it depends really on the parents, and if they have a conversation about it, and it depends. Like if you paying, say it's 2 children, normally it's for 2 children, just regular payment. You probably paying anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a month if you making good money. If it's 2 children staggered, and like say one of them is in like high school and one is not, if that high schooler is going to need more than probably what the child support allots. So if they hopefully they in a good place that the other person, the non-custodial parent, would help out if the child needed another pair of shoes or extra pair of pants for school. And I think the problem come in when it's the dudes that's paying $37 a week who say, I pay child support, that's all you gonna get from me. I think that's where the issue come in at.
Well, both examples you just used is those are toxic situations to me. And I say that because whether obviously you're not together because you're paying child support. So it's a reason why you're not together. But even after you divorce, separate, or whatever the case might be, you still have to have a relationship because of the kids.
Absolutely.
And when those relationships remain toxic, the kids are usually the ones that they suffer. I ain't gonna lie. If I could go back, I'd probably do a little stuff a little bit different than I did. I'd have did stuff. I'd have been a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? Not lenient. I would have been a little more understanding, I guess, maybe is the word I'm looking for. But my situation, I always looked at, if I told y'all how much I was paying in child support, I ain't want to do nothing else on top of that. Because even when I was paying, and man, when I tell you I was paying, it wasn't $1,000. I was paying like $2,100 a month in child support for all 5 of my kids. When I tell you that had me like, okay, it affected my lifestyle, what I wanted to do. But when I tell you writing those checks out every month was the first thing I did on the 5th of every month, that was the first thing I do, or 10th. That was the first thing I did before I even paid mortgage, light bill. The child support got paid before anything. And me being the person that I am, I was still
So did that save you
Doing
money? Did that save you money in the long run since you didn't have to actually go through the court system? Like, you know how they take out their fees?
I don't know if it saved me any money. I mean, we went through the courts. We went through the courts and they agreed to have me pay them directly. That was
Okay.
because I eh, I don't know if they were looking at it like, if I go through the court, I gotta wait till this and that. They knew on the 10th, every month they was finna get their check.
Mhm.
All I had to do was make sure I kept up with them and all of that. But I don't know if it saved me any money or whatever.
Because I always thought a percentage went to them some kind of way through if they, like they have to order the thing to come out of your check, automatically come out of your check and stuff. As far as like admin fees, you know how they always used to hear the saying, keep the white folks out of our business, we can handle it on our own. But they ain't trained, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't never want to go through all that anyway. But I was on, by having my own business, it was just easier for me to do it that way instead of going through And look, it worked for them until it got to a point where I'm like, and I guess I start feeling like, when like you said, Terry, when you see them rolling Mercedes and Cadillac trucks and all of that, you like, you feel a certain amount of way when okay, I'm putting out some. I know some of this money going toward it,
Mhm.
but it took it. I see you down there, Sarita. It took
I ain't saying a word. I'm waiting.
it took my daddy, because I was complaining, and my dad was like, "Well, if you paying that much in child support, and then when I say I was paying a lot in child support, and then when school came around, it wasn't like I was buying a pair of shoes.
Right.
I was damn near buying all the clothes, the
All
supplies.
shoes.
So it was like I was doing everything. And then the one time, and I ain't gonna say which one said it, which one of my baby mama said it, they made the comment, that little money you giving me ain't shit. And I told my dad, and my dad said, well, I tell you this, son, if you paying child support, if you doing anything more than that, you the damn fool. Now, keep in mind, for years I've been paying child support and doing all this stuff for my kids. So to try to say, okay, now I'm finna cut it off and I'm not going, hey, and see them, you finna laugh, Sharita, but y'all moms, y'all slick. Y'all slick. Y'all ain't gonna ask for it.
What?
Y'all ain't gonna ask for it. Y'all gonna get them kids. You gonna get them kids to start calling.
Call your dad.
Call your dad. Dad, I need some shoes. Now with my boys, I ain't gonna lie. With my boys, I was like, hey, talk to your mom. I ain't got nothing to do with it. When them girls start asking, I was like, how I'm gonna tell my girls no. So
And
after
them girls expensive.
yeah, they're a little more expensive. But I'm gonna be honest. After a few years of the women maturing and me maturing, both of us, getting older and maturing. See, I told y'all we having a problem with Facebook. They said we having trouble streaming to Facebook. That's why I was telling y'all earlier. I got that thing. I don't know if that's why or what. But anyway, as we got mature, we I started doing more because I understood, the kids getting older, so their needs are more. They need more, they want more. So, we kind of eventually, kind of, I wasn't buying everything, but I was helping out a little bit more as they got older.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I think sometimes when the non-custodial, because I ain't gonna say the man, the dad, because women are on child support too and pay child support too. They don't have because they don't have children. So if you really think about it, paying child support is the easier and cheaper way out because you're not responsible for the child support and the rent and or mortgage and the car note and the doctor having to get up, take care of your sick children so 24 hours a day. And being an emotional support because the non-custodial parent is not there the whole time. Not saying that the non-custodial parent doesn't play a part, they do. But if you, and I just use your number, Daryl, if you paying $2,100 a month, but me being the custodial parent, and let's say I got 3 of your kids, and you want them to be, hopefully you want them to be in a decent home, you want them to be in a reliable car, you want them to go to a decent school and wear decent clothes. The custodial parent got to come up out their pocket too. Really, when we get the child support, we're really kind of being reimbursed for the money that we paid out. And most of the majority of the time, that's what it is.
Here's my argument with that.
What?
If you didn't have the kids, where would you stay?
But they do. You can't say that.
No.
You can't say, but if you didn't have the kids.
But yes, you can because yes, you can because you getting extra money. That don't mean okay, I can move from East Memphis. Now I'm finna move to Arlington or whatever the case might be. Basically,
y'all think that is what happens majority of the time. That's not what happens the majority of the time. Majority of the time, she's staying in the house that she had some kids in.
What kind of car you gonna drive if you ain't have no kids?
What does it matter?
I mean, because you brought up the car and the house, so I'm asking you.
But what did I say? I said a reliable.
Okay, so even if you ain't got no kids, you gonna have a reliable car, right?
You talking about no kids? I'm talking about with kids. So we have.
No, but I'm saying you can't. With or without kids, you got to have somewhere to stay. With or without kids, you got to have transportation. With or without kids, you got insurance and stuff that you still got to pay for. Now having a child adds on to this, so I'm with you on that. Okay. But as far as saying what you doing because the child is there, that don't. If you taking the money and saying, okay, I'm paying $800. This is back in the day now. Yeah. I know you can't get nowhere for $800 now, but I'm saying you paying $800 for your rent or mortgage or whatever the case is. So now you getting this child support, you getting, I'm gonna just say $800. So now you want to say, I can go from $800 a month mortgage to $1,200 a month mortgage. I can upgrade from a Honda Accord to a Lexus because I still got $400 more left over. That's your fault. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
But why is it that y'all want to dictate what they drive, where they live, how they get their hair done?
No, we're not dictating it, but
yes,
you can't get the child support and then turn around and say it's not enough because of where I stay and what I drive.
Oh, so we're talking about two different things. Because you're saying that the person is saying that's not enough. I'm not talking about that. No, I'm talking about just the average.
No, you're saying it's cheaper to just pay the child support than to have to go through everything else. And I'm saying if I'm living if I'm living and sustaining where I'm at right now, because I bring some kids in, that don't mean I'm finna upgrade car and house because I'm making more money.
There. So if she living in a 1-bedroom, let's just say she living in a 1-bedroom in Harbor Town. 1-bedroom in Harbor Town. So she was supposed to move, and she done had 2 kids by you.
How much she paying in Harbor Town?
Let's just say she was paying this. Now we gonna say back in the day. We just gonna say back in the day. Let's just say she was paying $1,200.
She need to move somewhere else where she paying $1,200. They got a 2 or 3 bedroom that's gonna furnish be large enough for her and her kids.
Okay, so she can't find a place, and we just talking in general. She can't find a place in a decent area where she would be okay with, because this is what we do as parents. We leave our children at home so we can go to work. So if she want to live in a decent neighborhood where she feel like she can leave her kids and she can leave her kids at home,
though. We can't say when you leave
her
we
kids
can't,
at
we
home.
can't say you
I'm
leaving
talking about teenagers.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 13 and an 8-year-old. They can be at home by themselves. So you want her to move to what is the equivalent now of Hickory Hill, because they got a $800 3-bedroom home. So that's where you want your children.
I want my okay. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, Harbor Town was a bad example, but let's say
you were saying how she was living at first. No, she was the type of person that was living that way.
If you living that way, just okay. Now you pregnant, you got kids. That don't mean okay. Now I'm just finna upgrade because I'm making this money. And if you want to, that's fine. If you want to, if you say okay, I'm getting this child support, so I want to move the kids and I want to upgrade from where I'm at, and I want to buy a nicer car, that's fine. You can do that. But you can't turn around and say, well, the person who paying the child support, they don't have the same struggles that we have because I'm staying where I was staying, and now I'm giving you $1,200 a month. So that's $1,200 less that I got to live where I'm living. How is that fair to me?
Oh, okay. And in the same token, how you was telling me, then that means you need to change your level of living. You decided to have.
I ain't complaining though. I'm saying I'm paying my child support. I'm paying my child support. No, I'm saying if I'm paying my child support, I'm not complaining.
But you're complaining about how the other parent is spending the money. So
No. I'm complaining about how you spending the money when you come back and tell me you need more because what I'm giving you ain't enough. That's the argument.
I'm not talking about that. That's not where I was going with what I was saying. That's not where I was going with what I was saying. I was speaking in general. And then what I was going to say with that was, I don't understand why the non-custodial parent, why they feel like the money should be spent on certain things. Because if that's the case, you could get custody of the children, and then you have the say so of what things do, what the money is spent on.
But I just said, I don't care what you spend the money on. That's once I pay it and you get it, what you do with it, that's your business. My only issue is don't come back to me saying you need more. Because if you're saying you need more, then that means okay, now we went through the course, we agreed to how much it's supposed to be. So that's up to you to work that out. You can't come back and say, well, I know what I agreed to, but since I don't move, now I feel like I need more, or you should give me more, or you get the kids to call. That ain't, to me, that's not right.
We're talking about 2 different things. And of course, that's wrong. I don't agree with that. That's not what I was talking about. You came in with the if they come back for more. I was going with don't dictate where the money goes. That's where I was going. I never said that the person was asking for more money. I'm saying you can't dictate where the money goes once you release it. If they just doing so wrong, they're not taking care of the kids, you know that the kids are not being taken care of, then there's a problem. That's when you get an attorney and you filed for full custody or custodial custody of the children. But that never happens. The men just sit, some men sit and complain and say this and that about the parent, about the mother, or they stop doing for the children. But they never try to get custody.
That ain't no
They never try to get custody.
well, that wasn't me. Because I had
Right,
the same discussion. I was like, well, shit, if you can't handle it, just let them come stay with me.
Absolutely.
And I'll stop paying. See, what they tried to do with me was they can come stay with you, but you still got to pay me the child support.
Oh no, that's where you go to the court.
No, because if I would have said,
Y'all can't say
if
that
I
for
would
the
if I would have said, okay, let them come stay with me, and I'm gonna still pay you child support, I guarantee you, both of them would have been like, okay.
Who?
My thing was, let them come stay with me. I don't pay child support, but I'm not even gonna ask you to pay me no child support. Both of them said no.
But
because I was prepared to do whatever I had to do to make sure my kids were taken care of.
right.
Whatever it was gonna take for me to do. And like I'm saying, even with all the stuff that we was going through and this and that, it never was you missed a payment. I never missed a payment. It never was a situation where, now I understand emergencies come up and you might say, hey, can you come? Hey, I'm in a bind. Can you pay for the somebody field trip?
Yeah.
Can you do this? I ain't never had no problem doing that. And like I said, it got better as the kids got older and we as adults got more mature and kind of understood the dynamics of, and the worst thing was you had a set of rules at mom's house and you had a set of rules at dad's house. That's hard on a child. Daddy might be a little more lenient with some stuff, but then by the same token, I'm a little harder about other stuff. I'm coming from a military background. So it's certain stuff I demand perfection. So, but it still tie into being toxic. Those are toxic relationships because the parents that are not together, the custodial parents that are not together are not able to do what's in the best interest of the child. Terry, you've been pretty quiet up there. You just shaking your head.
I'm just listening.
Let's take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna come back with another video. It's similar to the first one, a little bit different, and we'll close the show out with that video after that video. Hold on.
Feeling sluggish? Struggling with recovery? Want to take your health to the next level? We have the game-changing peptides your body needs. Whether you're looking to boost energy, accelerate healing, lose weight, or optimize performance, we've got the cutting-edge solutions to help you feel unstoppable. Get extraordinary results with Shonuff Peptides for All. Call us at 731-420-5627 or email us at shownuffpeptidesforall@gmail.com. Shonuff Peptides for All products are strictly for research purposes only and are not intended for human or animal consumption. We do not provide medical advice or services. Please consult a qualified professional for any health-related concerns.
And to let y'all know, we are running a fall into menopause special. Hit us up at shownuffpeptides@gmail.com for all your peptide needs.
Oh, I'm glad that mine didn't chime in and call them Zeptides again.
They are not Zeptides. They're not.
I'm trying to. I don't know what happened. It's saying remove from the stream. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't think we showing on Facebook, y'all.
I thought I just saw us.
Are we? I don't know. It's saying it's not showing. It's asking me to delete it or something. But anyway, this next video is almost the same as the first one, but it's just a little bit different. So let me play it right quick, and then we'll analyze it and break it down, and then we'll start closing out the show. We got, who is this?
Lisa Renee.
We got a Fresh One Johnson. Who was that? How you doing?
Tell us who you are, Fresh One Johnson. Lisa Renee just chimed in.
Yeah, we got that. Okay. Let's play this right quick, and we'll go from there.
You took my daddy out of my life because of y'all relationship problems.
Don't come in my room asking me about nobody you don't see me with.
Mom, but why? Because everybody else got a daddy but me. Why I don't got no daddy?
You really want to know why your daddy?
Yeah, tell me. What's the reason? Say it.
When I first had you.
When you first had me, what?
I was pregnant.
Yeah, you was pregnant.
And he wasn't acting right. He was cheating. He treated me like I was nothing my whole night. Listen to me. He didn't deserve to be in your life.
What?
He didn't deserve you. Then once he wasn't there for your birth, the gender reveal. No, he wasn't there for shit.
That man keep my daddy away from me because of the way he treated you?
It's not because of just how he treated me. It's just that I knew that he was gonna be in and out your life. What?
Oh, you didn't let me decide that.
I didn't let you decide that because I didn't want you to go through that. You was too young to go through that. But now,
so you
since
took
you're
my
16,
daddy out of my life because of y'all relationship problems.
Since you're 16,
bro.
you can contact him, but I cannot promise you it's not gonna be the same.
Whole time. Why you ain't been say that when I was? Why you ain't let me decide that? Why is you deciding if I get to see my father or not? Huh?
It's not even just me. That was
now I don't want to talk to you. Stop talking to me. I wish you was never in my life. Oh man. This bro.
I did what I thought was best for you.
You didn't even let me give him a chance.
You could give him a chance now. I have his social medias. Would you like to contact him on social media? But you see,
can I go live with my dad?
But has he reached out to you?
I don't know.
Let y'all take that one.
If he wanted to be there, he would have been there. She was wrong if she was initially physically keeping him from him. Like, I ain't letting you come by here. I ain't taking you over there. She wrong for that. But a man ain't gonna let nobody keep him from his child if he want to be there. It's several ways that he could have been in his child's life. I don't understand why men don't understand that the court system is we ain't the only ones that can walk into court. Men can walk into court too and demand what they want. But 9 times out of 10, they don't do it. They have listened to other men, other people, other women, other, bitter baby mamas or grandmamas tell them the court ain't for the man. The man, it ain't set up for the man. So don't even bother. But I have several men that have went and got custody of their kids, who have got visitation for their children. So I don't agree. She dead wrong in her scenario of what she was saying. But if daddy wanted to be there, he would have been there. And that's all I got to say about it.
Well, I don't know the total dynamics of it. I don't know if she let him know I'm pregnant and he decided not to be there because she said he wasn't there for the baby reveal. He wasn't there for the birth. He ain't been there or whatever. So, but I'm gonna say this: she wrong. She wrong. However you chop it up for her, she can't explain that away. In my view, again, toxicity. That's what I got in my headline right here. The quality of being poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
A poisonous woman to keep you away. And it ain't so much that you don't want to have anything to do with your child. You just dislike that woman so bad that you don't even want to deal with her on any type of level. And that's just a man talking. I know women, y'all ain't gonna understand that, but I'm just being for real. And especially if you ain't never established no relationship with the baby. It's easy to not, once you hold and touch them and get attached to them, then yeah, it's hard to break away from that. But if you ain't never had no contact with them, all you see is that toxic ass woman, and you want to, and you can just listen to how she talking. You know, the way she even explained it to him. Now, I'll say this. She probably young. And I'll say this. Whether she kept the dad away or whatever the case was, you ain't finna talk to me like that. You're not finna talk to me. You're not finna disrespect me like that. So, again, toxic. So, it wasn't a man in the house to help raise this young man. So she the one that don't raise him to be a disrespectful young man like that. Terry, what you got to say about it? Because I got a few points down here.
Well, you know, the stuff what they doing now, like I said, I can't sort of, you know, I can't relate. It's been so long. It's just the situation was just so much different back during my time doing that. My grandkids is 10, 11, 12 years old. So I don't know. It's just sort of hard for me to comment on that. And the child, I guess it depends on the person. It's just so many different ways out there where it can be toxic from both standpoints. And I think with me growing up, it was because of our youth, because I had kids at such a young age. So I wasn't really mature. She wasn't really mature. So I get it. But then you fast forward and then you get into another relationship and you may have just wasn't compatible, or she may saw things a way different than what you. So it just depends on the situation. That toxic can just go into so many different directions. With nobody, a certain person at fault, the man or the woman. I mean, it just can go so many different ways to me.
I mean, he could have been toxic. He could have been so horrible or whatever the case is, that because she did make a point that she made a decision and she did what she thought was best. So again, she looked young. So when you're young, you make those bad decisions because he ain't finna be doing me like that. Okay, now you saying he was cheating, he was doing all of this. I understand the little boy being upset. He kept saying, well, I ain't got no daddy. I don't know what a daddy is, but
Daddy.
yeah, I ain't got no daddy. I'm just joking. I know what he was saying. But I'm saying I can feel, because at 16 and not having your dad around, and like he's saying, everybody else got a dad. I don't know if he's talking about the kids and other kids in the house, or he's just talking about his friends. Everybody else got a daddy, but I don't. So how do I'm sure he's like, damn, why don't I have a daddy? Where is my daddy? She said she can get in touch with him through social media. So obviously she still know where he at. So I don't know if after 16 years, that's the bad part about it, because now if he did know, let's say he did know he had a child, he just abandoned the child. After 16 years, the child want to see you. How do you handle that? Do you even want to see the child? What are you going to say? How are you going to apologize? Like you said, Sharita, you can't tell me you couldn't do nothing, because it's always something that you can do. If you my dad, it's something that you can do. Or did you just not want to? You could reverse it. You let my mama keep you away from me?
Thank you.
I'm just being,
right. Both ways, yeah.
It go both ways. But again, and I'll say it and I'll keep saying it, a woman will with that mouth, with that attitude, will run a man away real quick.
I've seen it happen
Yeah,
several times.
yeah, I've seen it.
Several
I
times.
ain't saying that it's right for the man
Right.
to run away from it, but when you sit there and you thinking, and she young, the man probably the father probably young too. So he's saying, man, shit, I ain't finna go through this for 18 years. So we don't know where the father was, John Ella. He on social media, and she know that. She can
But
get in touch with him.
that says something too, though, Daryl, that she didn't say I got his phone number. She said he on social media. So that means that's the only way she has seen him in the past 16 years is on social. I got to call you on Messenger. That's the only way I can get in contact with you is through
That just,
Messenger.
that just mean I'm keeping up with you.
I mean, she
I don't
probably is. She don't look them up, or he probably out there. But my thing is, if that's the only, because that part tripped me out when she said I can get him on social media. You ain't got no phone number.
She probably ain't had no contact with him because she don't
That's
want
what
him.
I'm saying.
She didn't want him to be a part of that young man's life. So
That's
why would she have his phone number? Why would she call him and say, "Hey, your son's 16, your son this, or your son that"? She
I
didn't
wouldn't
want him to
say
be a part of that.
I wouldn't even say that to my son because that would just made me look even smaller to say that only way I can get you to your dad is social media. Mm-mm.
I mean, well, the fact that she even admitted that she kept on, I give her credit. She didn't say he just didn't. She basically told him, I didn't want you to I didn't want him to be in your life. He wasn't gonna be good in your life. She made that decision, and like he said, that's don't now as a baby, yeah, okay, as a baby, yeah. Once he get of age where he's cognizant of things that are going on, then at some point you should be like, your dad hasn't been in your life. You can explain it then. Do you want to meet him? You contact him. If he say, I don't want to meet him, you leave it alone. If he say, yeah, I would like to meet him, still you got to do a little homework and make sure everything on the up and up with him and this and that.
Right.
But I mean, it's something that has to be done. Now you see the boy 16 and he going crazy because he ain't never knew his daddy. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to say he ain't even want the mama in his life, that's saying a lot.
Yep.
And it says a lot because for you to say that to your mama, how good of a mama has she been? See, I try to pick apart that little stuff because I how I would think in that situation, how I would feel in that situation.
But too, you have to think about that more than not, the absent parent is always like it's kind of like a Santa Claus effect. Like that's what I want. Regardless of what, I don't even know who this person is. I don't know how they would treat me. I don't know how they would have treated me, but that's who I desire to see. That's who I desire to want because I ain't had it. I ain't touched it. I ain't felt it. So in his mind, I could hear it in his voice that he want his dad. He want him real bad because he wasn't there, and she just was dead wrong. She was dead wrong for keeping him from him for that amount of time. If she thought, because I heard some stuff she said too, Daryl, when she said I wasn't gonna let him be in and out of your life like he was in and out of mine. So she made up in her mind that because he was in and out of hers, he could have been totally different with his son.
Now, because of what you just said, That's the same argument I'm finna have for Johnella right here. The angle should be aimed at his father. The father shut himself out. She specifically said that she was not gonna allow that. She did that. It's been plenty of times where you can say, well, I don't agree with the man, and I don't like what he do, but this is child, so I'm gonna let him see his child.
But now,
if she said, I'm not gonna let you, I refuse to let him be a part of your life, she did that.
But now, and we ain't talking about the girl no more, I'm just talking about in general. If he has displayed in and out tendencies, then at some point you do have to protect your child. And you have to say, okay, no more.
No, you let him hang his own self. You can't be the judge and jury in that.
No, I'm saying let's just say from 5 to 10, 5 years to 10 years. In the 5 and 10 years, you've been in and out.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm saying
cut it off.
Yeah, I'm saying in this situation, she basing it, and he even said that you basing your decision on how he treated you, not how he treated me. Now, of course, if he in and out of the boy's life from the time let's say he was there for the baby reveal and he was there for the birth, and then soon after that he disappeared for a year or two and he popped back in and played daddy for a little while and then left. No, okay, I'm with you on that one. But in this case, she never gave him the chance to mess up. So yeah, that's why I said. And again, I'm gonna say it. A toxic woman will run off. She'll run off a good man, because you just don't want to deal with it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, of course he gonna vent to his mama. He asked his mama, and his mama basically just told him, I made that decision for you. And he was like, why you ain't let me make that decision? Now, he could get in contact with his daddy right now. She say she can find him on social media. He might be like, I ain't never had no relationship with you, and I think it's best if we leave it like that. Then, okay, now you can be angry with him, but at least get his side of the story.
How old is he again?
He's 16 now.
Okay.
So what if the story was me and your mama, we was in a casual relationship, she got pregnant, and then she moved somewhere else, and I didn't, I ain't had no way of getting in touch with her and this and that. What if that was the case? It's easy to not be found. So, I mean, like I said, as usual, we don't know all the dynamics of it, but based on what we do know, she wrong. The daddy, if he knew, he could have did something. I'm not, just because I say a toxic woman will run you off, I'm not justifying him running off. I'm just saying it will happen.
It will happen.
It will make you be like, I don't even want to deal with that. Because that means I'm going to have to, it ain't even 18 years. I'm going to have to deal with this woman for the rest of my life. It don't stop at 18.
Absolutely.
I wish the girl's mama was here so me and her could still be arguing about little stuff, which we had kind of pulled away from that. But me and my boy's mama, we have a great relationship now. She called me, check on me. I, send her text message every now and then and all of that. So as you mature and get older, things do, those situations do get better. But shit, back when I was 23, 24, man, short trigger. I ain't want to deal with none of it. None of it. That's just being for real. But, like I said, I felt the hurt in his voice, just wanting to know who his daddy was. And then, like I said, his daddy might have been like, I ain't never wanted you and don't call me no more. Okay, let the daddy do that. Let the daddy mess up like that. Don't take it upon yourself that's what you gotta do as a woman. Even though you think
don't you think that would be hurtful though? Don't you think?
It's hurtful now. It's hurtful now.
I know,
It's
but why
not knowing.
add it?
It's not knowing is what's hurting him now.
That's what's hurting him.
Yeah, he not
Absolutely.
knowing who his daddy is. Now, it's like you said, he could have been one of them daddies that was in and out his whole life. But at least the child know that. I know my dad. I remember he used to come in and we used to kick it for a little while, and then I wouldn't see him for a little while. Let that child
Make up
develop
his
their
own
relationship and come to a conclusion on. I mean, it's just like the thing we was dealing with last week when the girl gave the dad who supposedly wasn't in her life gave her gave him a graduation ticket.
Right.
You know why? If he ain't been there, but the stepdad has been there, you didn't think to give him one, the one who don't took care of you, bought you a car, you didn't think to he need to be there.
I told you, they always gonna desire their biological parents, whether they were good or not.
And that's, I mean, in a way, it should be that way. In a way, it should
Right.
be that way, you know.
But it's hurtful to the person who stepped up.
Yeah, of course.
And it's very
I
hurtful.
mean, I don't even like bringing it up. But just like with my stepson, you know, I always try, you know, like I had my boy's brother, Kenan. When I came from Saudi Arabia, I found out, you know, I thought my wife was pregnant, whatever. It wasn't my baby. I still came and picked Kenan up every time I picked my boys up.
Mhm.
Christmas, he was on the Christmas list. Birthday, I treated him like he was my son. That was me. Now, when I married my second wife, she already had a son. I treated him just like I would treated all the rest of them. I ain't, you know, showed no difference. Now, the difference started coming in when you got to lay the law down and the mama say, no, we heard this last week. No, don't discipline him. You tell me and let me do it.
Right.
That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna, but even still with that, I still try to, when she passed away, I was still giving him money. I was still trying to make sure he had a way back and forth to work. I was doing all of that. For whatever reason, he just went ballistic, you know, wanting to fight his sisters and all of that. And, you know, I was like, Darren, why are you doing it? Why are you acting like that? I mean, y'all family, y'all ain't supposed to be doing that. And he told me something, and it still sting me to this day. Now, keep in mind, I had been with him for probably 16, 18 years. I was in his life. He told me that his other stepfather, my ex-wife's husband that she married after me and her divorce, he was a better daddy to me than you were.
Crazy.
That's what he told me. And I'm like, okay, this the same man that.
Have y'all just got into it recently during that time or something to make him say that? Or
He got it. No, I was getting on him about his sisters.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, you saying the same man that didn't want you in his house, the same man that never did anything for you or your sisters, this the same man you talking about? Okay. Who taking you back and forth to work now? Who putting money in your pocket now? Who checking on you now, making sure you okay now that your mom gone? Who doing that? Have you talked to him? No. But you gonna tell me? I say, you know what? That's cool. That's cool. You don't ever have to worry about me again, son. I'm out. And I ain't talked to him since then.
How long ago was that?
That was 2016.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm still hurt about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still hurt about it because I looked at him as one of my kids. I still was willing to do whatever I had to do for him because of his mama. But not just because of his mama, because that's just the type of person I am. I took you in as my own child. So to say something like now if the guy would have been a great dad, and I don't know how he could have made up in 2 or 3 years what I did in 16 years, you know, and I could list some of the stuff that I was doing, some stuff he probably don't even know or don't even realize. But you know, I ain't do it for no glory or fame. I just did it because it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But to shatter me, like I mean, when I tell you, man, when I'm talking like a Dracula, a stake in the heart, that hurt me. I ain't gonna lie, that hurt me. That hurt me real bad.
He said that to hurt you, Daryl. He
Okay.
said it. He said
Well,
it to hurt you.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
It
And
worked.
yeah. And,
It
and
worked.
he I can guarantee you he don't really feel that way. It was probably some type of maybe disagreement or something that y'all had, and he knew what would cut you deep, and that's why he said that.
No, I'm telling you, the thing happened when me and his mom had a disagreement about who can discipline him or not.
Oh, okay.
You know, because he made it seem like I don't broke his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't touch my son. You don't. And I'm like, how I break his arm? Now he talking about his left arm was broke. They end up him.
They on the right arm.
Mom and Big Mama, they in there roasting me, going off. I hear a ball bouncing in their room. I go and look in the room and I tell them, go look at this broke arm. He in there bouncing the ball.
With the broke arm.
With the broke arm. Then when he see them, oh. You know who took up for me? That's why I love her.
Who?
Big Mama. Big Mama said, don't you ever say nothing to him about that child. You let him be the man in this house. Of course, she didn't want to hear that, but it was what it was. You know, but like I said, it's, you know, and even to this day right now, Kenan gotta be what? 30 some years, 30 maybe, 30, however old he is. He still called me Pops. He still thanked me for all the stuff that I did for him. You know?
Right.
He you know, his dad in his life now, or you know, it wasn't like his dad. It was a little absentee, but he know his dad, but he know what I did, and he understand as an adult now that I didn't have to do what I did. I could have came and picked mine up and been like, no, you got to stay here. You ain't mine. I ain't never do that.
Mm-hmm.
Never. When he stopped coming over, I was pissed off.
Right.
Like, why he ain't coming? But
he grew up though. He grew, you know, it's like anything. You know, we did dumb stuff and all that, and as you grow up, you get, you know, you're supposed to get wiser. So
yeah, I mean, he stopped coming over because he was, you know, started spending time with his real dad, and I'm okay with it. Yeah. You know, I'm okay with it. When I see you, I'm still gonna treat you the same way. You know, I ain't finna be like, no, you should love me more than you love your dad, because no. I did what I was supposed to do as a man. And I ain't look back on it. I don't regret none of this. Same thing with Darian. I don't regret none of what went on. I treated them all like they were mine. Even, man, look, we finna close this out. It's kids that grew up in the neighborhood that where we were staying at. They still call me Pops.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we was the house that had the video games. We was the house that they could come and be themselves, popsicles, cookies. I took care of them. But at the same time, when they wasn't doing right, I got on them. And they appreciated that. Brandon tell me to this day, Pops, man, you know, he think he can beat me playing basketball now, but I'm just saying, they still appreciate
that tough love. Yeah.
That tough love. To talk to them like, not adults, but to talk to them and try to get them on the right track. Just stay on the right track and all of that. That's that's all I'm saying. But what people who are in toxic relationships, they either need to stay away from each other or they need to make it work. And if you got kids involved, guess what? You can't stay away from each other. You got to make it work. One way or another, you got to make it work.
Absolutely.
Don't be stupid with it. If it's one of them situations where the child don't need to be around that person, then hey, handle that accordingly. But other than that, if you can make it work out, make it work out. And it took me plenty of years to get to that point where, I was able to back up a little bit, slow it down, and just, understand what's right, what's wrong, and all of that. But yeah.
On that note, put that notification bell up there. You okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and once you hit that notification bell, hit it again and select all. Once you select all, it's gonna let you know every time we on with any one of our platforms and all that stuff. And over there to Show Us Right is the QR code. It's the QR code. Just take that trusty phone, hold it up there, and it'll scan. It'll take you right back to that page and do exactly what we want you to do right up under there. That's like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, but don't just hit it one time. Hit it twice, and then you're going to see all. Click all, and you'll be notified anytime we come on. And as always, share to a friend, to another friend. If you can get 5 people to sit up there and join the program, we love doing what we do. So if you could, to sit up there and help us build this platform, it would be greatly appreciated.
And I don't know how many we picked up over the last week. I keep losing count, but it did say on the analytics that we got 9 new subscribers over the last 28 days. So we're up to 277. I don't know where we was at last week, but we're up to 277. So let's be at 280 next Tuesday. Let's be at 280. Get us to 280 by next week. That's what we need.
That's just 3.
That's just 3.
Three.
That's just 3.
3. And I can't share the platform. I tried to sit up there and they told me I got a note saying my monetization has been temporarily suspended because I posted them damn pictures with the damn trying to sell that damn diabetic medicine.
Yeah,
I think post some damn pictures. Posted them damn pictures, man. Look, by the time I post, and I said I thought about what I did. I tried to go and delete that. It wouldn't let me delete it. I got to know saying your stuff is, hey, you cannot go live for a month. You cannot, I ain't got no money off the platform, but it says my monetary thing has been something. So my page is limited until the 20th of September.
Maybe that's why we couldn't stream the Facebook tonight. But anyway,
right. Why would that have to do with me?
I said maybe mine got something on it. Y'all help me now. I want to shout out to everybody who made a comment. Patricia, first one in. Johnella, sisters. Who else? Johnella was on it tonight. Raymond Austin. Chubby, Mamie Hightower. What's up, Chubby?
Chubby was out there?
Yeah. Fresh One Johnson. We still didn't find out who that was.
What up, Chubby?
Fresh One Johnson. I'm sure that's a new person. So
was that on? I'm trying to see where they were from. Facebook or
that was on Facebook. YouTube. So I don't know if we lost them. Lisa Renee, mail carrier. Who else? Hey, what was her name from last week, Terry? Showing up, you know what I'm talking about.
Who?
and Nancy Gibson, class
the
of '88.
The one that I said,
Your friend from work or something.
what's
Sure
that
enough.
girl name? I said, that's I was told
Yeah,
about being submissive.
Yeah, Aston. Yeah, Aston.
Mhm.
Show up one week. Hey, see, nice to see.
She was busy at work tonight.
Okay, she just like them deadbeat daddies.
The in and out, in and out.
She in and out. She show up one week and we don't see her the next week. We don't.
Oh,
I'm start next time I see her, y'all remind me, I'm gonna call her deadbeat dad.
deadbeat dad.
Oh Lord.
I'm just joking. We appreciate whenever anybody can log on and all of that. We really appreciate it. Well, another great show. We'll be back next Tuesday, same bad time, same bad channel. And you know what? I know it's Memphis news, but I wish we would. I just thought about it. I wish we would did real talk this week and talk about this Govan, this Hernandez Govan case. This Elon Musk stuff going on here in Memphis.
You see what's going on with him and Sko? You see what was going on with him and Sko and Ceddy Nash and all them, don't you?
Man, look, and I know this matters of the heart. That dude ain't gonna last long.
Nope.
Hey,
he ain't gonna last long.
Because you know Sko know him personally. I'll tell you the backstory behind it. But see, now there's it's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with that stuff with him and Sko and Ceddy Nash.
But see, here go my thing. You got off. Shut up. Leave it alone. Now,
but it was a play. It was a play.
I know
that
the play.
Real. That was a play.
The play seems like
a death wish.
Look, like somebody made the comment. You know everybody in Memphis but Gotti. You don't talk to everybody in Memphis. You know everybody, but you ain't never had conversation with Gotti. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, you know what? Well, don't let me say that because he know how to get rid of folks that talk against him. I ain't finna say shit on him, but the prosecutors dropped the ball. That defense attorney, that's the same one that defended Young Thug. That boy had them folks rattled so much that he had them rattled. Where he was asking the same question, but he'll ask it in a different way. And the dude, he didn't know what to say. And to the jury, it's like he was uncertain of what he was saying.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. I mean, you supposed to be prepared for all of that. You know what the man coming in there, what the defense trying to say. You couldn't link them. You couldn't. I mean, you I mean, and the guy, I mean, it's like his story that he telling now, it do kind of make you be like, okay, but I ain't stupid either. Yeah, I was talking to Justin and Cornelius, but we were talking about the music business. Man, I heard some of his rap. Motherfucking Yo Gotti wasn't finna sign him.
Never.
Yeah. But you know, he was selling them pills to him too. So that's what sort of helped him too. It's like, yeah, I was talking to him, but he used to be one of my customers. He used to always buy dope from it.
Yeah, but he ain't just happened to be over there buying pills every time Justin Johnson was over there either. Now, come on.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, I can see how it could cast doubt. I can see it, but come on, man, come on.
We ain't said you did that, Mr. Govan.
I ain't said he did nothing. I'm saying what everybody else saying.
He been pulling up on folks live, going crazy. The folks that's been sort of talking bad against him during the trial. He just been jumping up on folks live.
Well, he being stupid because how you gonna tell a dude on his live that he better pay up his insurance policy?
I think
so. If something
would be stupid.
If something happened to that dude, you're gonna be the primary suspect. So
that's
why
why I said it's a play.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I said it's a play. They trying to get clickbait, man. Get folks. Do you know how many people clicked on that video? Go look and said that same video. Go look and see how many people that clicked on it. He got a nice payday on YouTube for that.
I mean,
he got a nice payday.
He left Memphis and went straight out there and did the interview with Vlad. So I mean, okay.
Say TV and all that, yeah.
And I'm like, Vlad just setting them up.
He ain't nothing but the Fed.
Vlad just setting them up, and I'm like, oh, don't answer that. Don't.
And
He answered everything. I mean,
I didn't watch the Vlad interview because he still got it broken down in segments, like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Here, he talk about one.
It's broken down in segments. I don't know if the whole interview is out or not.
He waited to do that in the end.
But I'm just saying, like, certain stuff you should. I mean, he interviewed the lawyer the next day, so the lawyer, his interview on there too.
I mean, it ain't like they can touch him no more because it would be double jeopardy. So he, in essence, he can say what he want to say about it. But if he's talking about,
you talking about
doing stuff to other folks.
Hey, justice, the judicial system let him off. Street justice ain't let him off yet. So he need to be quiet and be a little more humble than what he is.
Well, he say he finna move out of Memphis. That's what he say.
I mean, at this point, he probably ain't got no choice but to move out of Memphis.
Yeah, because they're gonna be looking for him. They said Dolph family was very, very, very upset because they requested for not to be seen on the cameras and stuff, but they said they was real upset about it.
And see, that's the thing, and we're gonna close this out. Damn, we don't. The thing I don't like is these artists. Key Glock, he don't move out of Memphis. Glow ain't stay here. You know, Gotti already been gone. Dolph wasn't. Dolph, he wasn't. He was. He was staying out of state too. So it's bad when you can't even, I mean, I know you rep your city, you love your city, but you don't even feel safe in your city. That's why I said when they start talking about what Stephen A. Smith said, he got a point. I don't know how much it affect basketball players and all of that, because they a little more. They ain't really in the city, except when they go down there and play in the game. They stay out in Arlington and Southwind and all that. But
but they killing folks downtown now. They killed that other rapper right there at that hotel right across from the Grizzlies thing in broad daylight. That rapper that they killed about a month ago.
A month ago?
Yeah.
Who got killed a month ago?
Because his mama was on there. Oh, I can't think of dude's name, but he was with the rich dude that lives in Houston, the rich rapper that was in Houston. That's
been about
that light skinned.
Yeah, that's talking about Sauce Walker.
Man, Sauce Walker. Yeah,
man, that's been about 6 months ago.
Okay, it could have been, but what I'm saying, it happened right there
Yeah, that was
in broad daylight.
That was shaky though. That was like almost. I mean, that wasn't random violence. That was something else.
Yeah,
I get it, but if you that bold to do it down there, I'm saying the way you saying like, well, they sort of safe because they either going to the game, they shooting down now.
No, but they ain't coming down there shooting Ja Morant.
No, they ain't doing that.
On that level, I'm just saying when you a rapper and you talking crap and they know you finna be down there, you kind of setting yourself up for that. I don't think Triple J or none of them talking smack and then what I'll do to you and all of that, then coming to the game.
No,
right.
I ain't saying that.
That's a little different. Rappers, that rap beef, man, it ain't beef no more. See, they taking all this stuff to heart, to word. It's like you said it, you meant it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Long as your president don't try to send no National Guard troops and all of that here, we good.
I thought that's what we was gonna talk about. I was happy. They coming. They coming, dude.
Okay, now see, why would you be happy about that?
That's crazy.
That's gonna have to be another show, Daryl. Cause I'm talking about. I mean, I'm happy because these folks going crazy here in Memphis.
That's not the solution. And the reason I'm gonna say that is because when you start bringing, you're basically telling the military that we're finna go to war with our own people. That's how dictatorship starts off. They get you used to the National Guard and the military being here. So when they hear you don't think nothing about it. Before you know it, they entrenched here. And now your ass can't even walk up and down the street without being ID'd and all of that. That's what we fighting against.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what they need to do Okay, they just had the marshals come in here and they made 160 some arrests. They need to do more of that. Go on here and they know where these bad people. Let's start getting their ass off the streets. That's real police work. Just coming down here trying to show a force of you just bolstering your power because you can do it. That's not gonna help us. Because they'll come in for 2 or 3 weeks or a month or 2 months, and then when they leave, what's gonna happen? The shit gonna start right back up. Train these police officers and these sheriff's deputies to properly do their job, and let's properly arrest the people who out here doing the crime. They know who these people are. Stop letting send their ass to El Salvador.
Yes.
Send them to Uganda, wherever the hell they trying to send. Send those bad people who you say we ain't got no room for them in jail, so we leave them out. That'll be we'll expound on this next week. That'll be next week's show. But anyway, good show. Appreciate everybody. And you good, Tim?
Huh? My granddaughter, man, trying to tell me how she did, and I wasn't able to make a game today. She trying to tell me she did.
I thought you were saying hold on for a second, but
no.
Well, we're out of here. We'll see y'all next week, and we'll be talking about the National Guard here and coming to the city.
Peace out, people.
I'll lose that battle next week.